Coming up on Hoosier Sports Night, the greatest weekend on all of college is here as the Little 500 race is ready to take Bloomington by storm.
And baseball has a midweek clash in Indianapolis at Victory Field. This is Hoosier Sports Night.
Hello and welcome to Hoosier Sports Night. I'm Kara Adams.
And I'm Kelsey Dennehy. Kelsey,
our last show together and our last taping as co-directors in 4 years.
So crazy and so sad, but we're taking it all in.
We are,
all
definitely.
the sights to see in Bloomington, which is including baseball. Indiana baseball beat Ball State at Victory Field in Indianapolis. Our Garrett Larson has the recap.
Coming off a series win versus Maryland, the Indiana Hoosiers traveled up to Indianapolis to take on Ball State at Victory Field. Indiana's offense excelled in the game, with underclassmen having 7 of the 11 hits for the Hoosiers that produced 14 runs.
You've played enough games, you're not a freshman anymore, you're not a sophomore anymore, you've been prepared, now go apply it in the moment. And we've done a better job of that. Even some this weekend did a better job of that, but did a really nice job of that this week, or tonight.
The game was close until the top of the 5th inning, where the Hoosiers scored 9 runs, 7 of which with nobody out.
We almost hit a round before we got an out, which is pretty incredible, especially when you're playing in a big ballpark. You know, you get some balls hard and maybe they get caught, but we just went station to station and allowed them to give us, and then some big hits. We started some runners, moved some guys, and had some big hits in the gap. So
The Hoosiers pride themselves on being a player development program. So with the lead, Coach Mercer turned to some of the younger arms on his pitching staff, like Brayton Thomas and Seth Bennis.
There's two levels you have to get through. The first one is the compete level. You have to be able to compete. You have to have the moxie and the composure to get hit and to keep throwing strikes and to keep attacking. Once you get through that, Coach Glenn's tremendous at pitch design and development. But you can't develop a pitch if you're scared to throw anything into the strike zone.
Stellar pitching performances and swings like this from Corbin Dickerson allowed Indiana to take this one 14-4 in run rule fashion. However, Indiana has a lot more work to do if they want to make the NCAA tournament. This win brings Indiana to 23-18 on the season, but a challenge lies ahead as they travel to Iowa City to take on the Hawkeyes in a crucial conference matchup. Iowa stands at the top of the Big Ten standings with just 4 losses in conference play.
The Hoosiers will travel to Iowa City for a weekend series against the Hawkeyes starting on Friday.
Indiana football wrapped up the spring season with a spring game under Coach Curt Cignetti. The glorified practice was 2 15-minute halves of football, and fans were able to see the Hoosiers for the first time in 2025. While Ethan Fisher and Eliza Sherratt did not play, the majority of the projected starters got reps at Memorial Stadium. As the eyes of the college football world narrow in on the 2025 Indiana Hoosiers, all of the focus is to build from the first year of Curt Cignetti.
I told the players, when we come back in the fall, it's on, it's real, and we need our good players to play good every single day, every single rep, every single drill. Spring ball's over. So we'll get out what we put in. We got a chance to be as good as we want to be, and we just got to keep improving. We got to have great summer, great fall camp, etc. So we got a long way to go. We're not there yet.
This past weekend, track and field competed in 2 meets, the Tom Jones Invitational in Gainesville, Florida, and the Gibson Invitational in Terre Haute. The Hoosiers recorded several first-place finishes and personal bests before closing out the weekend. In Florida, Christina Vincic, Tamar Sala, and Christian Woodson all set personal bests in the 100-meter dash. Season bests in the field events were recorded by Sean Mockler in the hammer throw and Taylor Schoenveld in the high jump. Meanwhile, in Terre Haute, the Hoosiers saw more success in the field, with Hannah Alexander winning the women's shot put and Dane Siebert winning the men's. The Hoosiers will be back in action when they travel to Lexington, Kentucky to compete in the Kentucky Invitational.
Coming up after the break, we crown our Hoosier Highlight Athlete of the Week.
And we'll give you an insight on one of the top teams in the men's Little 500 field. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Hoosier Sports Night.
Now joining us in studio for this week's Hoosier Highlight is our very own Graham Nash.
Thanks, guys. This week's Hoosier Highlight is Indiana baseball's Devin Taylor. Devin Taylor got this week's title for breaking a couple of records, not something that I should probably say so casually. First and foremost, Taylor hit career home run number 48 in IU's second game against Maryland last weekend, breaking the program's all-time home run record. Taylor surpasses Alex Dickerson, Mike Smith, and Mike Sabo in just his junior season in Bloomington. In addition to snagging the home run record, Taylor became the first IU player to reach base safely in every plate appearance in a game while recording at least 3 hits and 3 walks since 2005. Taylor did so in Game 3 against the Terrapins, and the rest of his stats from that game are just ridiculous. Listen to this. Taylor went 3 for 3 with 3 walks, 4 RBIs, 3 runs, a stolen base, a double, and a home run. Oh, and by the way, it wasn't just any home run. Taylor hit a 3-run walk-off homer in the 8th inning to clinch the series against Maryland. Taylor and the Hoosiers have a date with Iowa, who sit atop the Big Ten standings this weekend. But for now, that's all we have for this week's Hoosier Highlight Athlete of the Week. Guys?
The world's greatest college weekend is here, the 74th men's and 37th women's Little 500 race. Our Graham Nash caught up with the spring series winner, Sigma Alpha Epsilon.
The goal is to win the race.
That's been the goal since day one, since we got off the bike on lap 200 last year.
Blackie Bulls wins the 2024 Little 500!
Sigma Alpha Epsilon, or SAE, was primed for their second win ever at last year's Little 500.
SAE finished 6th after leading for the most laps in the race.
But they came up short.
That was pretty defeating. After I got dropped like 2 laps to go, I just sat in turn 3 and just was like, damn, I wasted a whole year.
So SAE wasted no time in structuring a new training regimen, dialing up their time and efficiency on the bike.
It's definitely been more intense. We've leaned in more to the training aspect, following our coach's guidance to a T, doing every single workout.
I think last year we were all a little bit head in the clouds. We knew what we were doing, but we weren't as committed.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad we lost, honestly, though, because it just gave us that much more energy going into this year.
And this year has the potential to be SAE's best year in recent memory. Why?
Everyone's returning and having the experience of knowing what we did last year, what went well, what didn't go well. Just that will help us adjust.
For the Noss brothers, there's added motivation knowing it's Luke's last shot at Little 5 glory.
It would be nice to, for all of us to win, but also knowing it's his last one, his last go around. So I think we'd all like to give him a win.
To see the work we've put in, the years, the hours, the sacrifices, to have some sort of payoff would be incredible.
Incredible, knowing this is the last time they ride together.
Come on, Ryan, get him!
As a team.
It's not even for myself at this point. It's for not only my teammates, but everyone who supports us. I mean, we have people coming to like IGTs yesterday on a Tuesday night, like my dad, my uncle. Woo! It'd just be really special. I don't even know how I'm going to feel about it, but it'll be really nice.
We understand that this is our time, and we've worked really hard for this moment. So I think crossing the line first would be the best feeling in the world.
SAE will face off in the men's Little 500 on Saturday at 2, following the women's race on Friday at 4.
Indiana women's tennis closed out their season against number 50 Northwestern over Easter weekend. The Hoosiers ended their season on a loss, falling to the Wildcats 4-2. However, there were still several standout performances from this competition. Senior Lara Schneider and junior Nicole Teodesescu both won their singles sets against their respective opponents. The Hoosiers were unable to get a win in doubles, but Schneider and Teodesescu had an unfinished set against their opponents, with each side winning 5 games. That's a wrap on Indiana women's tennis 2025 season, as the team did not qualify for the Big Ten championship.
Softball took on in-state foe Ball State. Our IUSTV sports reporter Mara White has the story.
Indiana took on Ball State in their final midweek game of the season. Brianna Copeland took the mound and got a quick 1-2-3 out of the first frame. She then turned around in the bottom of the first and got a lead-off home run. The runs kept coming with a double from Melina Wilkinson and a walk from Alex Cooper, which ended the first 4-0. In the bottom of the second, it looked like the end of the inning, but Allie Van Brandt struck back with a home run to left center field to bring herself and Mitchell home, bringing the score to 6-0. Wilkinson followed that up with a triple, her 5th of the season. She quickly stole home, finishing the inning 7-0. The top of the third saw 2 strikeouts from Copeland and an infield catch from second baseman Van Brandt, getting them out of the frame quickly. Copeland was able to score from 2 back-to-back singles from Minnick and Parker to hit the run rule 8-0 in the bottom of the third. Ball State tried to challenge in the top of the fourth with a base hit, but was not able to do anything with it. Hannah Haberstroh kicked off the fourth with a triple right up to the wall, bringing in Strader, which advanced the score to 9-0.
So when Hannah hit the triple, I was like, man, I thought I was out off the bat. But I told her I look forward to seeing this every day next year, because that's a kid that could be in our lineup, right?
Minnick kept it going with a bomb to right field to bring in 3. The score reads 12-0. Wilkeson hit a double to bring Parker home, and Strader's base hit brought in Mitchell. The score stands at 14-0. Despite Janae Berry allowing a score by 3 hit-by-pitches and a walk, Copeland took the mound again to finish out the game. All in all, this game proved the dominance the seniors bring to the game.
I think for both of us, I think we just want to go out with the confidence that we've had all through our 4 years here and just leave it out on the field and working together as a senior class.
Yeah, definitely, keep the record book straight, keep our names in there, but just do what we do best to our abilities.
Indiana finished out their midweek play with a win over Ball State through a 14-1 run rule victory. Indiana will continue with Big Ten Conference play this weekend. From Andy Moorfield, I'm Maura White, IUSTV Sports.
Following their midweek win, softball's looking to catch some Big Ten wins against number 7 Oregon this weekend.
And last but certainly not least, women's water polo left it all in the pool this weekend, taking down Michigan to close out their regular season in style. After a tough losing streak, the Hoosiers came out fired up for senior night, determined to beat their rival Wolverines. Senior Skylar Kidd set the tone early, scoring twice to help build a 4-1 lead in the first quarter. But Michigan came back roaring, dropping 5 goals in the second to cut into Indiana's lead. Still, Kidd wasn't done as she added 3 more goals in the second half to keep the Hoosiers in front. And to seal it, junior Louisa Downs delivered back-to-back goals late in the game. With a final score of 14-11 and a full circle win for IU, the team avenged their early season loss to Michigan and ended the regular season on a high note.
So emotions are definitely riding high, and I'm really happy that we were able to channel that into playing well and executing and yeah, it's been kind of a rough stretch since spring break. So to get a win and a decisive win, to be up the whole time it's been really nice.
Water polo will go to Los Angeles to play the number 2 USC Trojans in the MPSF Championships.
Now joining us with this week's Candy Stripe calendar report is Madeline Denny. Madeline?
Thanks, guys. This weekend offers another action-packed weekend for the Hoosiers. The world's greatest college weekend is among us with the 34th running of the Women's Little 500 on Friday and the 74th running of the men's race on Saturday. Aside from the races, the baseball team will hit the road for the first time in 5 games as they take on the Iowa Hawkeyes in Iowa City for a weekend series. Hoosier fans can catch the softball team here in Bloomington as they welcome Oregon to Andy Moore Field for their own weekend series. The first pitch on Friday is scheduled for 6 p.m. The men's tennis, women's tennis, and men's golf will all compete in the Big Ten tournament this weekend. Women's water polo take on Southern California on Friday. The 16th annual Dale England Cup will take place here in Bloomington for the women's rowing team at the Dale England Rowing Center at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. Sunday will bring the conclusion of all 3 Big Ten tournament competitions. That's all that we have for this Hoosier action. That's all for Hoosier action unfolding this weekend. But before I let you go, we do have a very special video for some very special women that are very near to us at IUSTV. Take a look.
For Kelsey. She's probably one of the most influential people I've met at college because of how nice and kind she's been at IUSTV tapings for me.
To Kelsey, I'd say it's been great getting to become a butterfly with her. Last year we were kind of little caterpillars and it was kind of funny, but also sad at times. But it's been great, getting to flourish around and with Kelsey. And I just want you to know that for as long as I know you, whenever we talk, I will make fun of your accent. But that's okay. You make fun of me too, so it's cool.
Because she knows this, I was just full on scared of Kelsey. The first time that I met her at an IUSTV taping, and she was moving rapidly around the control room. I met Bodie, introduced myself, and he was like, "Oh, introduce yourself to Kelsey," and she was moving, and I was like, "Damn!" I don't want to bother her. She's busy, so I just kind of in passing, awkwardly was like, "Hey, Kelsey, I'm Graham," and she was like, "Hi," and kept doing her thing. But then this year I've gotten to know her a lot better, and she's great, so helpful, very kind, not scary or intimidating like I originally thought.
It was so much fun being co-directors with you last year, and I feel like we worked so well together, and whether it was at tapings, pre-production meetings, just meetings in general, exporting stuff down in the computer lab before, it was always such an absolute blast getting to work with you and just always having a good time. And one of the favorite things I'll remember is whenever we would have meetings, whether it's like before the semester or just any future plannings or anything, we would have all the work done in just a few minutes, but we would sit around talking just for hours, whether it was about life or IUSTV or sports or really anything. And miss doing that, miss the IUSTV tapings a lot, and had a blast seeing you, whether it was at an IU football game this year, an IU basketball game back in Bloomington, or up in Indianapolis for the Big Ten women's basketball tournament. And miss you, and you're going to do an awesome job with whatever you do after graduation, and I can't wait to see what it is.
Hey Kelsey, I just wanted to say congratulations and tell you how proud I am of you. You've grown so much over the last couple years. I've loved seeing your work, and I can't wait to see all that you're gonna do. And even though I might be older and a little bit taller, you're still someone I really look up to in this industry. So keep being a good role model. And all the work, school stuff aside, thank you for being one of my best friends. Moving across the country is not easy at all, but it makes it a lot easier when someone is just a phone call or a 17-minute voice memo away. But anyways, love you, girl. Go kill it.
Hi Kelsey, I just wanted to say that I'm so proud of you and congratulations on everything you have already accomplished, and I can't wait to see the big things that you do in your future because I know you're going to be amazing. So thank you for teaching me hockey always and being a forever friend. Love you.
Away from home. Hey Kelsey, it's Evan. Even though I'm not in sports media, I'm so glad we met, and I know you're going to do great things in the future.
For Kelly, or Kelsey for those who really don't understand it, it's been an honor to work along, or I guess for you, these past couple years with you at the helm of IUSTV Sports. Your joy and laughter is really contagious, and I think we shared a lot of good times together, and I wish you the best of luck moving forward. Stay in touch because you got a good support system back here at IU.
I could always joke with Kelly, could always make fun of Kelly or those that were close with her. So I think that just being able to have a fun time, like being able to, yes, we're doing something that's serious and having those serious things and doing the work seriously, but also at the same time having fun while doing those serious things.
Hey Chelsea, it's Ben. I just wanted to let you know how truly overstimulated with joy I am about not only getting to work with you, but also getting to call you one of my best friends. You've helped me out so much through my career, and also you made me feel better when someone was not there in Disney World. I know you're going to do great things in your career, and you'll always have me in my corner, but I do have to go right now because my phone's about to die.
Yeah, Kara, I always viewed Kara as like a super nice, genuine person that I could go to when I was scared of Kelsey. I'm kidding.
Working with Kara in soccer has been really fun because she's been really influential to me. She taught me the ways to be a beat reporter and ask good questions to Todd Yeagley, someone who's very important to this school. So I think that having her being my mentor for those 2 years of IUSTV soccer has been a blessing.
But she was always there, she had been there, and she kind of understood. You know, she knew the players, she knew the coach, she knew kind of how the media worked around it. It was all students, but it was someone when you're down on the field shooting a game, you can kind of be like, hey, how should I shoot this? And she would always, you know, it didn't matter that you were on a different outlet. She understood that it was like, okay, it's just another guy that wants to learn how to do this.
Kara was really helpful with basketball. I'd never covered a team before, and it's men's basketball, so I knew there was a lot of pressure. And she recognized that the scenario, she recognized that I was new, and made sure that, okay, I knew what was going on, I knew where I had to be, I knew what I had to do, and just completely helped me get comfortable in the environment and welcomed me to the environment.
The first time we really interacted, we studio hosted some basketball game on WIX back in our freshman year, and just to think about how our friendship has grown since then and how well we've gotten to know each other and just everything.
Don't forget IU when she's doing ESPN sideline reporting someday.
Kara, I'd say I'm going to be rooting for you, like, forever. Like, once again, has become a very good friend of mine. Always a joy to be around, and I just loved getting to work with you and getting to know you. And yeah, keep in touch. Love you, Mama.
Hi, Kara. We just wanted to say congratulations, and we're so proud of you. We cannot wait to see what you do in the future. And we love you so much.
Your hard work doesn't go unnoticed by any of us.
Congrats, Kara. Love you.
What's up, Kara? Just wanted to say congrats on a great career with IUSTV, and we're all excited to see what the future holds for you. You're going to kill it in the broadcasting world. Good luck.
Hi, my sweet Care. I am so thankful that I got to be your roommate for so many years and have you as one of my best and closest friends. And I'm so grateful I got to do everything media with you as well as everything in life, and I can't wait to continue to be in each other's corners. So good luck with everything, and I'm so proud of you, and I love you.
All right, this one is for Kara. Congratulations on your last IUSTV taping. I remember meeting you pretty early on freshman year and being super impressed with how talented you were, whether it was at women's soccer beat reporting or just a teleprompter read in the studio. And it was just an absolute blast getting to cover men's basketball with you last year. The games were always a blast, and at pre-production meetings and everything last year as well, it was always just so much fun. You were always happy with a smile on your face and always happy to talk IU sports. And one of my favorite memories was always exporting the videos before the tapings down in the computer lab and reminding you and Kelsey too, if I'm remembering correctly, the correct setting. And I think I still got it correct for the MXF. So if I'm wrong, you're gonna have to let me know. But I believe it's ABC Intra Class 100 1080 60i. I think that's burned into my brain forever. But yeah, congratulations on your last IUSTV taping. You're gonna do amazing with whatever you do after college, and congratulations.
Okay. Well, thank you so much to everyone for all the kind messages. I know IUSTV has been such an important part of my life since I got here freshman year, and it was so much fun to get to lead with one of my best friends too this year, and just all of the memories covering so many amazing games with people and just getting to know all these people I'm so proud to be a part of this organization. And I know anyone who comes here, you'll leave IUSTV a better person and also a better reporter, and you'll just grow and learn so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much to Josh Pose and Joe Cronin for putting those together. You guys are the best. Thank you to Jackson Kinney, Emma Watson, Josh Bodie, and Evan Kamiko. You guys rock, and we could not have done any of this without you. And thank you to everybody that comes every week and makes this possible for us. Thanks to Care. We met the third day of Welcome Week, and we have been together ever since. So I had the best time this year with you. IUSTV would not be the place that it is without the people that are here. So if you're looking to come to IU, come join IUSTV. You will never regret it. We love you all.
Yes. Well, and I guess that'll do it. That's our show for the week, and thank you so much for tuning in.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at IUSTV Sports to keep up with all the latest in IU athletics. For our production crew behind us, for the last time, I'm Kelsey Dennehy.
And one last time, I'm Kara Adams. We'll see you in the fall.
Thanks for watching IUSTV Sports. Be sure to subscribe at IUSTV and follow us on Instagram and X at IUSTV Sports.